What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is the latest project, I guess you could say. We're going to do like a build series on this. This is a 2006 Yamaha Raptor 350. Picked this up from my daughter. If you follow my channel, you know that she rides currently a Can-Am DS250, which is over there. We're going to be selling that machine. She's finally expressed interest in learning how to use a clutch, and that makes it a lot more possible to get her into a faster machine. The DS250 is a good machine, but fast is not something I would use to categorize and describe it. So this will be a nice machine for her. Found it on Facebook Marketplace locally. Got it for a pretty decent deal, I think, in today's market anyway. You know, everything is so inflated. So picked it up for something that I felt was comfortable in paying for it. Checked out okay, runs great, starts fires right up, no problem. Everything's all original on the quad from what I can tell. The only thing that I see that's been altered is the spark arrestor's out, and it's got this 6-pack rack on the back, which is one of the first things that are going to go. So today what we're going to do is I'm going to pretty much get the quad torn down, pull the front plastics off the seat. We're going to replace the air filter. It's got a slight oil leak. It's the only thing I found wrong with it. So, and it's coming from the engine cover here, where the stator goes. So it's a stator engine cover. There's a gasket that goes in between here, so he's got to pull that off. While I'm in there, there are wearable items in there. There is a bearing. There's a one-way bearing in there for the starter clutch. So that's wearable. It doesn't seem to be having an issue. It starts right up, no problem. But while I'm in there and I got the cover off, I ordered OEM Yamaha parts. I'm going to just replace it. This way, that's not something that I'll have to worry about for a long time. And then we'll change the oil. I'm going to check the valve adjustment. The engine don't sound noisy. Doesn't sound like it needs it, but I don't know if it was ever done or checked. And I like to just start fresh. Just got the machine, so I want to make sure everything's good to go before we go on a fresh ride with it. We'll change the oil. Check the valve adjustment. I'll probably pull the carburetor off, give it a good cleaning and a once over. If stuff looks worn out or needs to be replaced, I'll order a rebuild kit for it, and then we'll go from there. We got some parts in for it already, so I'll show you what we got here. Picked up some engine oil locally, some 4-stroke 10W40. Takes about 2.65 quarts with the filter change, so get that. We got a Can-Am oil filter. Got a new NGK spark plug. This is the gasket for the stator cover. You need a flywheel puller tool for that. So I picked one of them up on Amazon. And then this is the one-way bearing that's inside the stator cover. And then this is the gear that it matches to. So the bearing goes over here. They kind of wear together. So some people will just replace the bearing, but it's kind of a mated surface once they start wearing together. So I just ordered both items. As you can see, they're both genuine Yamaha parts. I didn't get anything aftermarket, no Chinese junk. I also got some gaskets for drain plug and the oil filter gasket. So we're gonna start new. We got a new grab bar for the back to get rid of that horrendous 6-pack rack back there. I'm knocking you guys if you use one, but it's not my look. It doesn't give it a very appealing look, in my opinion. So we're gonna get rid of that. Put the Alba Racing black grab bar on there. That'll look nice. And then we got a uni air filter for it. It looks to be the factory air filter in there. Possibly it was replaced, but it's a little dirty. So rather than cleaning it, putting it back, I'm just gonna start new with a uni. Can't go wrong with those. So that's what we got right now. It's round one. After that, it's all running good. Everything checks out. I don't see any issues. Probably what we'll do then is get a new front bumper, get a set of handlebars and grips, and seat cover for it. Seat cover's not ripped or torn, but the material is kind of hardened from age. It's an '06, so the vinyl's kind of stiff. So that's kind of hard. So we're gonna get a nice soft new cover for it, maybe like some type of color scheme, black with some blue on it or something like that to match the plastics. Not sure what I'm gonna do with the graphics yet. the fronts are fine, but the back ones are a little weathered, and the one on that side's missing. So I'm thinking maybe if I can find some Raptor 350 decals, just peel these off and just replace those, or maybe just leave it off altogether. So that's kind of it for right now. It's a nice machine. If anybody doesn't know about these Raptor 350s, they're basically a Yamaha Warrior 350 with, you know, new plastics. Chassis and the engine is the same as the Yamaha Warrior 350. And those, as anybody knows anything about these type of machines, they are pretty bulletproof. So chassis, engine's the same. Plastics were changed. This is an 06 model. I believe they started in 04, not 100% certain. As you can see, this one's got new tires on it. So we're good to go there. I don't need to do anything with those. So that's a nice start. We'll clean the chain up, see how that looks, check it for wear. If it needs to be replaced, we'll replace that. The sprockets don't seem to be okay. They don't seem to be too worn, but if I do replace the chain, I'll throw a new set of sprockets on there so everything matches new. And I want this thing to be, you know, durable and good for the long haul. My daughter's going to be driving it. She's going to be out with us. We're going to take it to the dunes. So I don't want any issues. We're going to go out and have fun. I don't need any breakdowns or anything like that. So I know there's cheaper parts out there, but I usually typically go with OEM stuff if I can. So that's what I did so far with this. And then we'll see where we go from there with it. I'm not sure what we'll do after that. The motor seems to run pretty strong, and so I'm not going to really crack that open. If there are any issues down the road and I need to do like a top end or something like that, I'll probably just stick with a stock size bore and compression, just a, you know, replacement Weisco piston and rings or something like that. So that's it for now. Little quick walk around. It's super clean, as you can see. No cracks in the plastics. Everything's pretty stock, which is nice. Nothing was really fooled around with and tampered with, so that's good. Supposedly, the guy that bought it from the original owner. You know, I don't know how true the story is, but he said he bought it from the original owner, didn't really drive it. He never even got the title switched over into his name and still signed and notarized from the original owner, so I'll go with what he says and take his word for it, but you never know. But it seems to be like a good machine, solid. So we're going to do a little build series on this. This is kind of the intro video to it, and then we'll do a little round one of the modifications with what we have so far, and then we'll do a round two, and we'll go from there, and we'll kind of progressively build it out till it's a like new machine almost. So let me know what you guys think of these machines. If you have any suggestions, mods that you know about that are good with these. We're going to definitely do an exhaust system also, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that. Probably thinking about the FMF. I'm not sure what other systems are out there that are good for this machine. If you guys know of any, please let me know in the comments. I'm not 100% familiar with these machines. I've never worked on before. I've never had one. So the Warrior platform and the 350 platform is all new to me. Seem to be fairly easy to work on. So I got a nice repair manual for it. So this way I have all the specs and everything I need for whatever I need to do on it. So we'll go from there. Like I said, you guys have any suggestions on mods for it? I'll probably do some Nerf bars as well when I do the front bumper. If we do the exhaust, we'll get a jet kit. I know Dyno Jet makes a nice jet kit for it, for this carburetor. And then if all checks out, we'll probably just give it a good cleaning and see how she runs. It seems to run really good now. It's got a slight stutter at low RPM while you're cruising. But so I just think maybe it could be possibly a little bit of a dirty idle jet or something. So we'll take it apart and clean it and see. Once we do the exhaust and rejet it, we'll put new jets in it. Maybe a rebuild kit, we'll see. But like, if you guys have any suggestions, any parts that recommend, any good websites for these that make good parts for these, I'm looking for a nice skid plate. I like the poly skid plates, not the metal ones. So if you guys know of anybody that makes a poly skid plate for this, please let me know in the comments below. And check out the series. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Follow us on Instagram at Odyssey_offroad is on Instagram. And you know, for the little sneak peeks of things to come on this and other projects. So if you notice too, if you guys follow the channel, the Polaris RZR is not in the garage. It is currently in the shop. We got a little issue with that. I'll do another video about that once we get it back and talk about it. I'm not sure how much longer that machine's going to be sticking around on the channel, in all honesty. So I'm going to be focusing on the quads here for a lot. DS250 for sale if anybody's interested. So like and subscribe. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you on the next one.